Do you not think Spence will be in the Hall of Fame?
Right now? No, how? He fought in one division. He had a
But he did a
WBC,
Unit 5 out 4. He wasn't
IBF.
undisputed. He
No,
wasn't
no,
undisputed.
he wasn't. No, what I'm saying is they already called him a weight bully.
Errol, what's going on, Errol? Yo, how much you end up putting on Frank, Errol? Beats you around, beats. You said 6 figures, how much?
The boxing world just got flipped upside down, and this time, it's personal. Terence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. are officially heading toward a rematch, but nobody expected the announcement interview to explode like this. What started as a calm face-to-face interview turned into pure tension within seconds. Crawford walked in with that cold confidence fans know too well, while Spence Jr. looked laser-focused, refusing to back down for even a moment. The atmosphere instantly changed the second the host mentioned the first fight, and that's when everything went off the rails. Crawford fired the first shot, saying he already proved who the better fighter is and doesn't need to repeat history. But Spence wasn't having it. He snapped back immediately, claiming the world still hasn't seen the best version of him. The crowd inside the studio could feel the pressure building as both champions started talking over each other. Then came the moment that shocked everyone. Spence leaned forward and told Crawford, "You caught me once, it won't happen again." The room went completely silent. Crawford smirked, shook his head, and replied with a line that instantly sent social media into meltdown: "Excuses don't win belts." From there, the interview turned into absolute chaos. Fans started yelling, security stepped closer to the stage, and the tension between both fighters became impossible to ignore. Even the host looked nervous, trying to calm things down. Now the rematch is official, and after this heated exchange, the stakes feel even bigger than before. Pride, revenge, legacy, everything is on the line. Can Spence Jr. redeem himself and silence the critics? Or will Crawford prove once again why many believe he's unbeatable? One thing is certain, this rematch just became the most talked about fight in boxing.
He beat Kell Brook coming off of a loss, an eye injury. He beat Sean Porter.
In all fairness, he had to go over there to get that.
You know what I mean? That's a good win. I'm still a fan. I hope he do well. But like, once it got...
Terence Crawford's long-awaited rematch with Errol Spence Jr. is once again being talked about seriously, after months of reports and silence. Reports from reliable sources say that both sides are in serious talks to make the fight happen in 2025, which is different from earlier rumors that didn't come true. Today, there are a lot more at stake. Spence wants to be forgiven, and Crawford wants to end their feud.
Where I moved up in weight and I'm in the same weight as Spence, it's just like, oh man, you ain't fighting nobody. You this, you that, you this, you that. So now they trying to blemish my...
For boxer fans, the news has started new arguments on forums, social media, and sports talk shows. Some people think Spence should have the chance to show that their first fight didn't really show how good he is, while others say Crawford showed him off so much in the first fight that a repeat would only confirm what they already knew. Crawford is the best boxer there is. Even though everyone is excited, one person is wary of all the fuss. Terence Crawford. Crawford has made it clear that he doesn't think there's anything else to show. In their first fight, he beat Spence badly, knocking him out 3 times and ending the fight in the 9th round. Many people thought it was one of the worst knockouts in recent title history.
It's to boost him up. I'm like, dude, you're not gonna do that. Because I can retire right now and be in the Hall of Fame. He couldn't. Everything that I've accomplished, he's still trying to accomplish. I don't want to sound like I'm hating on him. I honestly don't know if he make it to the Hall of Fame with the accolades that he didn't got, right?
He thinks about what might be different if they fight again, especially since Spence won't admit that he was beaten. Crawford thinks that Spence can say all he wants that he is tired, but the truth is that he is. That night, Crawford was faster, smarter, and more skilled in every way. So why is the second match still going to happen? Spence is driven by money, family ties, and a strong desire to be forgiven. Even though Crawford might not want to fight Spence again, the boxing business has other ideas. This fight could be more intense and personal than the first because Spence is fully recovered and wants to show that his weight had a big effect on how well he did. But will Spence really be a different fighter when he weighs 154 pounds? Or is Crawford right when he says the same thing will happen?
He just showed his experience and basically just rolled him to sleep and, get him with the big shot. And got him out there. Just Tank doing set traps. And
Every time these two fighters talk, they hit each other with insults, which keeps this repeat in the news. Crawford has been as honest as ever. He has turned down Spence's requests for a second fight and reminded everyone that their first fight was a textbook example of domination. He has flatly denied that Spence's weight problems play a big part and has made it clear that he doesn't think Spence can perform differently based on his weight class. Spence isn't going away, though. He is putting up a strong fight back, saying that his first fight wasn't even close to his best because he had to cut weight down to 147 pounds. He says that the long time he spent going down to welterweight has had a big effect on his body. And he was totally worn out by the time he fought Crawford in the ring. Spence thinks he will be stronger, smarter, and last longer if he can compete at 154 pounds. In order to show that his full skills were not shown in their first meeting, he is ready to do so.
catch you, especially late. He's just a little lax and, he got caught. He should have boxed a little bit more, but, things.
A battle of words has broken out on social media, with both sides firing back at each other. Spence has made training videos that show how strong he is at 154 pounds, and Crawford has reacted by showing video from their last fight to show how easily he beat Spence. Talking about it, even boxing experts and former winners have their say. Some agree with Spence that losing weight hurt him, while others say Crawford's skills were what made the difference. Crawford recently asked if Spence gets a second chance, which made things more tense.
Willing to do this rematch back to welterweight?
It's something I gotta talk to my management about, but hopefully it's at.
Just that phrase sent shockwaves through the boxing world. Spence fans were furious and called Crawford cocky and condescending. Spence replied by stepping up his game, saying he was sick of being treated badly and was ready to show everyone why he used to be a perfect boxer.
Is there ever a possibility where you would rematch Errol Spence? Or is he in a position where he needs to win again before?
The public's dislike grows as talks go on behind closed doors, which makes the planned repeat more personal. When Crawford and Spence get back in the ring, it will be about more than just the championships because of their pride, past, and egos. The repeat will be about ending a long-running fight. Will Spence's claim hold up, or is he getting ready for another tough night against Crawford? Money or network politics have not been the main things stopping this repeat. It's been the weight class. When Errol Spence Jr. used his right to a repeat right after losing to Terence Crawford, he thought he would be able to get a fight at 154 pounds, which is the weight he thinks is best for his body. But there was one very big problem. In his deal, he never specifically asked for a weight change. The deal that Crawford and Spence made for their first fight in 2023 included a clause that allowed them to fight again, but only under very specific conditions. The second fight would happen at 147 pounds unless both fighters agreed to a different weight class. Spence's team pushed hard for a second fight at 154, but Crawford simply turned down the idea. From his point of view, he beat Spence easily at middleweight and didn't see any reason to change just to make things easier for Spence. Spence and those who support him think that Crawford is trying to avoid a tougher fight. People say Crawford is just dodging 154 because he knows Spence will be much stronger and won't be tired from losing a lot of weight. Crawford, on the other hand, thinks this is Spence's way of saying he isn't good enough.
For you,
The possibility is there. He's fighting for Dor, for his title. I'm fighting for a title.
However, Crawford's refusal is based on a more political reason. By keeping the score at 147, Crawford stays in charge of the fight. All the titles are still up for grabs because he is the undisputed welterweight king. He also gets to decide how the fight will go. If Spence doesn't agree to fight at 147 pounds, his only chance to make things right will be lost. He said that the hard weight loss that cost him the first fight would happen again if he agrees. No matter what, Crawford is smarter than the other guy before they even fight.
And there's the possibility. He win his fight, God willing. I win my fight, God willing. And there's a possibility right there.
Spence is stuck because of problems with his contracts. There will be no good reason for him to lose again if he fights at 147 pounds. If he says no, Crawford can move on and reject Spence because he can't handle the terms he agreed to. Spence has to face a hard truth, but it's all his fault. At this point, it's up to Spence to decide whether he will put his pride aside and fight on Crawford's terms, or he will not show up at all again. Even before the weight class problem, Spence's health was a big worry. After his shocking loss to Crawford in 2023, Spence didn't go back to the ring right away. Instead, he had surgery on his eyes to fix vision problems that had been going on for a while. Crawford didn't pay any attention to him during his long, painful recovery. While Spence was out, Crawford went back to work as if the former champion had never been seen. He moved up to 154 pounds, won another title, and in interviews he rarely talked about Spence. From the outside, it looked like Crawford had moved on, leaving Spence to deal with his injuries and the unknown by himself.
154.
How was this particular weight cut? Was it a very difficult one, or did you feel at ease with the weight cut?
I mean, it's always difficult, but,
But Spence never gave up on the idea of a second fight. He started getting ready for a second fight as soon as his doctor gave him the all clear. Now, though, this is where things get interesting. What made Crawford change his mind so quickly? For months, Crawford didn't think about facing Spence again. He made fun of the idea that Spence could do better in a second fight in public, and he didn't seem interested in running it again. However, as the talks go on, he no longer rules out the possibility. Some people think Crawford is taking advantage of Spence's delay and ongoing health issues. Some people say the payday is just too big to pass up, but Spence's supporters don't agree. What they think is that Crawford only wants to repeat now because he thinks Spence is damaged goods. Before he had surgery on his eyes and didn't box for more than a year, Spence wasn't the same fighter. It might be easier for Crawford to beat him now, which would add to his reputation and give him another big payday. No matter what the truth is, one thing is for sure. Spence has been getting better, getting ready, and waiting for his chance at revenge for a year now. We don't know if his body is really 100% yet, but this is his last chance to show Crawford that he belongs in the ring with her. With all the talk about weight and health, if he loses again, it could be very bad for his reputation.
you gotta learn from him. Tank, he good at setting traps, has crazy power that he believes in, he has a great chin.
Crawford wants to keep his title by winning the fight. Spence thinks that the fight is to stay alive. Getting ready for this fight is already one of the most exciting in recent boxing history. So much is at stake. But will Spence's time off be a blessing or a curse when the bell rings? The talk of a rematch has led to one of the most heated fights in modern boxing. Does Errol Spence Jr. really deserve a second chance? Or was Terence Crawford so dominant that there was no need for a second fight? For people who really like Spence, the choice is clear. The first fight didn't show how good he really was. People think Spence wasn't in the best shape because he was tired from losing weight to 147 pounds. They think that Spence, who weighs 154 pounds, will be bigger, faster, and last longer. That fighter, who lost to Crawford in 2023, is not at all the same person.
He's a guy, he'll let you get out punches, and he'll still be coming at you, and then once he catches you, it's right.
They think that a return is not only fair. It is very important to see the real fight that should have happened the first time. Fans of Crawford don't believe it, though. Weight didn't matter to them. They say Crawford picked Spence apart right away and knocked him down 3 times before finishing the fight in the 9th round. It wasn't just about power. Crawford was very fast, accurate, and good at defense. He made Spence look slow, predictable, and way below his level. Fans who aren't biased are split. Some people say Spence should have moved up in weight sooner if he was having trouble at 147. Some people think that Crawford was just the better boxer overall, and that the result would not have changed based on weight class. There is even disagreement among famous boxers and experts about whether Spence's loss was due to a bad night, a weight problem, or clear proof that Crawford is simply the better boxer. This also brings up another important question. If Spence loses again, what will happen to his name? Just as the rematch debate was getting worse, Crawford made it worse by questioning Spence's eligibility for the Hall of Fame.
Went on Pound for Pound podcast and who said that Errol Spence will not be a Hall of Famer based on his record.
I disagree. Errol had a great career. If it wasn't for Bud, he would have been undisputed.
Spence dominated the welterweight class and won many belts, making him known for years as one of the best fighters in the world pound for pound. But after Crawford wiped him out, some fans and critics started to wonder if Spence was really that great or if he was just the best player during a bad time. Crawford didn't hold back when he spoke his mind. He made it clear that Spence's career does not meet the requirements for induction into the Hall of Fame. Crawford's argument is that Spence has never changed weights or pushed himself outside of his comfort zone, unlike fighters who have shown they can do well in more than one weight class. Crawford says that Spence's resume is amazing, but it lacks the variety and longevity needed to be considered for the Hall of Fame. This led to a reaction right away. Crawford's close friend Shakur Stevenson openly disagreed, saying that Spence should be in the Hall of Fame.
Way, I'ma say it again. Everybody needs to get off of that rematch. Nobody wants to see that shit.
Which rematch?
He don't deserve no rematch. He got whooped.
Which rematch?
Crawford and
It was pointed out that Spence fought and beat some of the best welterweights of the time, like Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, and Yadinis Ugas. He also won 3 of the 4 big belts in the division. This, however, only made things worse. If being the best in a single section isn't enough to get into the Hall of Fame, then other greats who stuck to a single weight class should be called into question. Some people think Crawford is being rude when he says these things, while others say he is just being honest. The harm has been done, no matter where people stand. Spence's name has caused a Hall of Fame debate that has never been seen before. And whether he likes it or not, his next fight, whether it's against Crawford or someone else, will change the way history remembers him in a big way. Crawford feels bad about this. He doesn't just want to beat Spence up again. He wants to be taken out of the conversation. In the end, he wants to prove that he is the best boxer. So that when boxing fans talk about this time, they remember Crawford as the best and Spence as the one who couldn't keep up. That's why he doesn't care about Spence's success, doubts whether he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, and won't fight him at 154 pounds. What about Spence? How does he deal with everything? Spence has been pretty quiet so far because he doesn't want to get into a fight with Crawford. He is listening, though, don't get that wrong. It will be more than just payback if he agrees to the repeat. The goal will be to show that Crawford did not beat the real Spence the first time. He wants to show everyone why he was once thought to be one of the best in the sport. If Spence wins, he changes the story in a big way. Before, people called him an exposed fighter. Now, he's seen as a man who overcame hardship, got revenge for his loss, and proved his doubters wrong. But if he loses again, especially if it's a lopsided loss, his whole reputation will be ruined. No longer will he be a world-class winner, but he will never be as good as Crawford. That's what makes this second fight so exciting. But I'm going to say it again anyway. Everyone needs to stop playing that match again. This is not something anyone wants to see. Crawford is all about being in charge. Spence's main goal is to stay alive. There is only one question left now that everything is at stake. Does Spence still have one more great showing in him, or is this the fight that ends the debate? Okay, everyone. Sign up for knockout updates and turn on notifications to never miss great content. Also, check out our other videos for the latest boxing news, moments, events, and activities. Peace until next time.